Okay. Good morning, Florida lacrosse fans. Welcome to the first edition of Florida Lacrosse News, Pompano Beach. Not quite Miami Vice-like in its popularity, but we're working at it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Encourage others to do so. And certainly, we're hoping that you keep checking in. We're back from a little hiatus. My move is now behind me. Everything's in place. The office is set up. Well, the rest of the rooms are set up. The art is hanging on the wall. And welcome to Morning Coffee with Lee Roggenberg, your host. Thankfully, the coffee tastes just as good down here as it did in Boca. We're going to be going again, as you know, now that we're in the off season. We'll be doing Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 8:30. And then as we get closer to the season, we'll get back to a day of lacrosse, joining Celebration and Tohopeka Liga. And we look forward to watching you build your program and joining the fun with the rest of the state. Flagler College on the men's side names Tim King their full-time assistant coach, the first one. He was the defensive coordinator last year. And nice to see that he's got official status now for this year. A couple of interesting little things. University of Florida was kind of busy in our off period. Sophomore Emily Lortz won the IWLCA Community Awareness Award. She was involved with the Special Olympics, Gator Tracks, Friends of Jacqueline, and a number of other charitable institutions. And Emily, that's congratulations on the award. That's a nice national recognition. And based on what I read, you certainly deserve it. UF also hired Nicole Levy as an assistant coach, formerly of Colorado. And good luck with you going forward. And we have, they also gained USC's Madison Waters as a graduate transfer in for this season. And that's not the only transfer news we had on the women's side with Florida connections here. I was kind of looking around and noticed that inside Lacrosse's article on Clemson's incoming class, we have 3 Floridians that have transferred into Clemson for their inaugural season. Sarah Palmisano, the American Heritage Del Rey grad, transferred from Denver. Hannah Hilkoff, Benjamin, transferred from Oregon to Clemson. And Emma Johnson from Ponte Vedra, who also transferred into Clemson, and I believe was James Madison. I might be wrong on that. But for 2 of them, at least, a lot shorter trip to get to college during the back and forth of travel. So congratulations. We're going to follow Clemson and see how well the Florida kids do and see if Clemson kind of takes a page from Mercer on the men's side and loads up with Florida kids. And box lacrosse. We have the Tampa Bay Twisters, Orlando Rockets, and Palm Beach Rams. Looks like they've run through their regular season already. I didn't pick up yet on who's won the automatic bid to the national tournament. We'll check in on that. Ponte Vedra's Maddox Johnson was named an All-American in USA Today's national team. Alexa Vega of Vero Beach on the girls' side, who plays for the Puerto Rican national team and has been there for a while, actually scored a goal in the World Championships against the Netherlands. That was tweeted out. You can find it. I believe retweeted it before, but take a look at it and go see. And now we've got a bunch of commitments on the boys' side. We've already and a couple on the girls' side too. I should also say we already put up Lake Highlands Casey Richburg to Furman commitment. That happened after our last morning coffee, so we want to give Casey the acknowledgement here. Mitchell's Paige Peters has committed to St. Thomas University in Florida, who's starting up their program this year. On the boys' side, we have Montverde's 2023 Seth Eisenhower to Rollins. We'll put that up today. He's already done his questionnaire. Then the following guys, we got 6 more that have not done their commitment articles. Guys, just remember something. You're not just doing this for yourself. You're doing this to inspire the younger players to get interested and do so. So please take the time. It only takes about 5 minutes or so. Go to our homepage at the top where it says submit a recruit commitment. You just click on it. The questionnaire opens up. Fill it out. Upload a picture or two. Not in your club uniform. That's always been the rule with us. Please put it inside the either your high school uniform or plain clothes. No club uniform in that picture. St. Stephen's 2023, Matthew Vara, committed to Tampa. Benjamin's 2023, Brady Quinn, has committed to Loyola. That's a great commitment for Brady. Plants 2023, Rogan Kane, faceoff specialist, will be going to Air Force. We've got Plants Nate Thomas is going to Swarthmore. Pontevedra's Mac Gray is going to Dickinson. Bowles Spencer Surface is committed to Washington and Lee. I think you're going to really enjoy that one, Spencer. One of the really old line, traditional liberal arts, small colleges in the South. Spencer, I don't know how much of the history of the sport you looked at with Washington and Lee before you committed there, but I can tell you that in my day of being at Hobart in the late 70s, Washington and Lee was consistently a top 10 program in the nation for many years. And although they moved to Division III some years back, there certainly is a long history there that you should definitely be paying attention to and learn for it. And I think you'll enjoy it. It's the same thing with all of you. Yeah, obviously, Nate, Swarthmore, Mac with Dickinson, these are also great smaller colleges, liberal arts colleges. I cannot tell you how important going to Hobart was for me as a small school in my growth as a person. And although obviously a lot of people enjoy the larger colleges for the great things that they offer, obviously with things like the number of majors you can find and the athletic programs that you can support. My niece, the University of Michigan grad, loved the football, loved the basketball. My nephew was a Purdue grad, constantly at basketball games. So it, obviously depends on what it was for me. Hobart, small school, and certainly for those of you who pick small schools, you will get an experience that I'm sure you're never going to forget, and you're going to learn an awful lot from. And Brady, going to Loyola, that's a nice achievement, heck of an achievement for another high-end Division I program, another Florida kid, and just terrific. Good luck to all of you, and please, as I said, please fill in your commitment questionnaires, because again, as I said, there's going to be a young kid out there who's going to read one, and they're going to get inspired and see what you did, and they're going to get back out and work just that much harder because of what you passed on to them. So please do so. I noticed that Sergio Salcido was sent back to the player pool in PLL. So just wanted to update that. PLL, please, again, update your transaction pages. We have nothing for the month of July listed there. And believe me, I have interest in it. Okay. The club season is in full swing. I didn't really have a chance to concentrate too much yet on who's been where and who's been written up. Inside Lacrosse has been covering a number of the events and certainly has mentioned a number of our players. I'll try to go back and compile as much as I can from that for Thursday. And, it just seems that this year, and maybe it's just a function of finally with COVID basically being behind us as far as the scheduling of events and the travel to them. There's just an enormous number of events out there. Name events that I've not heard of. Maybe they're in their inaugural year this year. But it just seems that more and more the club scene in the summer is, everyone knows out there how I feel that we've gotten a little bit too far on this. But, it's better be a showcase than just a normal club event. But kids, parents, don't forget to get a little bit of downtime. Get a kid involved in another activity. Get them away from the sport a little bit during the year. It's very important that they do so. Too much stress on these bodies if they play too much. So, again, that's my little wish for that. So, I forgot to mention this at the beginning also. Now that we have established our platforms, Varsity Sports Network, Brevard Sports Network, our YouTube channel, our website, please, if you want to be tapping into this audience, don't be fooled by the views on a summer morning coffee. Obviously, those are going to be relatively low. The numbers on Varsity Sports Network were very solid. The numbers on Brevard Sports Network were very solid. And the readership, even in a quiet summer month, we had over 200 page views yesterday for the first two articles that I posted. So you're going to be getting in front of a very strong demographic. All you have to do is look at who's on the sidelines with you at a club event or at a high school game, and you're getting in front of a very solid demographic. So consider it. Call us. Get in touch with myself or Mark Geddes, and let's at least talk and see if there's anything we can do to help you market your product, your service, your business. Okay, as we usually say, grow the game, respect the game, honor the game. This is Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News Morning Coffee Pompano 1.0, saying so long from the Sunshine State.